What's up, YouTube? This your boy B-Boy Snatch 9 TV, and tonight I'll go on my AEW Dynamite review and highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content. Find my social media down below in the description, and let's get started. Now, AEW Dynamite was a very good show, and I enjoyed it for what it was. It says we are welcome to ringside as William Ospreay makes his way out for our opening contest. The former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion is set to take on a New Japan mainstay. Kazuyori Shibata makes his way to the ring next. We look back at a 2017 New Japan bout between these two men as tonight's match gets underway. Alright, so we get Will Ospreay versus Kazuyori Shibata. This was a very good match, and I enjoyed this match right here. The two circled the ring before exchanging holds, with Shibata getting the upper hand in that regard. Will Ospreay finally makes it to the ropes to break the hold, and the two get ready to lock up once more. Only it's Will Ospreay who takes control this time, chin in a chin lock in the process. Um, Shibata works on escaping the hold, finally getting to his feet for a wrist lock, but Will Ospreay takes Shibata down to escape. Catch, catch can get displayed from both men until Shibata escapes, only for Will Ospreay to narrowly avoid a PK. Both men back up to opposite corners to regroup. Another lockup leads to the action heading to the ropes before Will Ospreay breaks the hold. But Shibata rushed the aerial assassin in the corner before Will Ospreay fights back with a big dropkick. Will Ospreay hits a set of strikes on Shibata in the corner before launching himself for a dropkick, forcing Shibata to exit the ring, where Will Ospreay intercepts with a dive through the ropes. Will Ospreay sends Shibata back into the ring now, and Shibata hits the ropes for a running front kick, sending Will Ospreay off the apron to the floor outside. Both men get to their feet as Will Ospreay goes for some forearm strikes on the wrestler, which turns out to be a mistake on his part, as Shibata responds with a massive strike of his own, followed by a vertical suplex onto the ramp and a roundhouse kick to level the aerial assassin. Shibata goes back in the ring, sitting cross-legged as the referee begins a count, only to then leave the ring to bring Will Ospreay back in the ring. Back in the ring, Will Ospreay is able to start fighting back with a leg lock before firing up some strikes, but is taken right back down by Shibata as we go to picture in picture. We're back from picture in picture. Much of this break revolves around both men trying to get the upper hand with a submission hold in the center of the ring before they get to their feet for an exchange of holds that Shibata wins. Will Ospreay is down as Shibata starts laying and kicks, but the assassin finally gets back to his feet once more with some forearms as we come back. Will Ospreay gets taken down before Shibata hits him outside for more punishment against the barricade, only for Will Ospreay to fight back, leaping off the barricade to take Shibata down. Back in the ring, Will Ospreay springboards off the ropes for a near fall before laying in some more kicks, but Shibata is back on his feet all the same. Will Ospreay lays in a series of forearms only to be laid out by Shibata, who sends Will Ospreay to the corner for some more strikes, but Will Ospreay is quick to respond with some of his own. This goes back and forth until Shibata hits Will Ospreay in the corner, laying in some more strikes and ending things with a big drop kick of his own. Shibata gets a near fall before Will Ospreay locks in an additional stretch, but Shibata reverses with one of his own, transitioning into a flying octopus hold. Will Ospreay managed to escape, fighting back with a crescent kick before hitting the ropes, but Shibata catches him in midair, taking him down to the canvas for the STF. Will Ospreay managed to grab the bottom rope to break the hold, however. Shibata goes for some more strikes as Will Ospreay gets up, only for Will Ospreay to hit one of his own. To which Shibata responds with a big right hand. Will Ospreay evades a PK but gets one to the back for his troubles. Every fury of strikes for Will Ospreay is met with a massive blow from Shibata until Will Ospreay manages to keep up for an insecurity. Hidden Blade is evaded but by Shibata, who locks in a sleeper hold. Will Ospreay goes for the ropes but gets taken down with a sleeper suplex. Shibata lock a sleeper hold in again, and the ref checks on him. But Will Ospreay wills himself back in. He gets Shibata only set up on the ropes for a leg drop, followed by an Oscutter by Shibata kicks out at one. Furious strike, Furious strike coming in from Shibata, but Will Ospreay fights back to land a back suplex uppercut connects it only a 2 count only on Shibata this time. Tiger Driver 91 and a hidden blade due to the deed as Will Ospreay picks up the pin and the win. The winner of the match, Will Ospreay. This was a very good match. Okay, video package. They look at the career of Brian Danielson and what is being deemed de- de- demand his final year as a full time wrestler. I like when they show that video package of Brian Danielson. That was awesome right there. Earlier tonight, Renee Paquette talks to the Young Bucks ahead of their tag tournament match tonight, with the EVPs running her down before addressing their goal for this year. They retire Sting, restructured the Elite by bringing in Okada and look to regain the AEW World Tag Team Championship by winning the tournament. They promise lightning never strikes the same place twice, and that they will defeat Private Party tonight. Okay, so we go to commercial break. Okay, we cut to the parking lot where new AEW Continental Champion Kazuchika Okada has just arrived in his new Ferrari, seemingly ignoring whatever call time is set for the talent. Back at ringside, the Young Bucks make their way to the ring for our next match. Our next match, our Private Party looking to repeat an upset win over the Young Bucks to advance in the tag title tournament. At this this match gets underway. So we get an AEW Tag Team Championship tournament called quarterfinals. The Young Bucks versus Private Party. This was a very fun tag team match. Now this match happened at the AEW Dynamite AEW episode, the second episode of AEW Dynamite in 2019. I remember that match. All right, this match was fun. We start off with Matthew and Zay, who started mouthing off before Zay catches Matthew with a couple of surprise near fall before being taken down by Matthew, who tags him Nicholas. Tag to Mark. Now a double pin gets stopped as the Young Bucks kick out. But Private Party takes the EVPs down with a pair of thirst kicks. The Young Bucks leave the ring and are dropped by Private Party before Quinn gets sent over the barricade by Matthews, who gets taken down with a silly string DDT from Day off the barricade. Nicholas and Quinn fight on the barricade for a moment before the Young Bucks drop Mark to the floor with a Falcon arrow. Nicholas gets to the ring as the ref makes the count, only for Zay to get him back in time to stop it at 9. The Young Bucks double team Quinn before knocking Zay off the apron to keep him isolated as we go to picture in picture. We're back from picture in picture. The Young Bucks continue to keep Quinn from getting a tag as they wear him down, only for Zay to break up the pin to finally intervene. This comes back to bite him when Nicholas drops him against the apron on the outside, as Matthews continues to attack while we come back from break. The Young Bucks go for a double team from the corner, but Zay knocks knocks Nicholas off, dropping Matthews on the top rope before heading back to his corner for the tag. From Quinn. Zay lights up with a fury of offense on the Young Bucks, evading Nicholas to take down Matthews and hissing as a moonsault to Nicholas on the outside. Springboard crossbody lets him gets the cover on Matthews, who kicks out. Nicholas gets back in as the Young Bucks take Zay down hard with an assisted powerbomb for the cover, but Quinn breaks up the pin. Mark takes the Young Bucks down, dragging Zay to the corner so a tag can be made. But the Young Bucks take advantage of him being worn down, and Nicholas hits a German suplex, holding Mark on the apron. TK driver gets stopped as Quinn Kratos. Nicholas and Zay keeps Matthews on the top rope, and they end up hitting a gin and juice for a near fall. Private Party take a page out of the Young Bucks playbook with more bang for your buck for another cover, but Nicholas breaks the pin. He goes to grab a ring bell from outside, but the referee stops him as Matthews hits Quinn with in the little solo cup with a low blow cover made, but Quinn kicks out and Zay sneaks a title shot to the head for a cover, only for Matthew to kick out. EVP Trigger gets the job done as the Young Bucks gets the pin and the win. Now, the winner of the match by pinfall advancing the Young Bucks. That landing was bad on Private Party. Okay, this was a fun tag team match. Video package a look at Konosuke Takeshita ahead of his match against Swerve Strickland tonight on Dynamite. Back in the parking lot, a SUV reveals to the arriving Mercedes Monet, who has also missed call time by who knows how long as we go to commercial. Okay, so we go to commercial break. Video package. Help Darby Allen and Tony Hawk support local skate park by going to skate park. Backstage, Renee Paquette talks to Hook and Chris Jericho about their position Jericho has for the FTW champion. Jericho talks about having respect for Hook after the match they had last week and offers Jericho any advice he may want. Hook thanks him for the praise and says he will accept his advice, but he also knows who Chris Jericho is. Chris Jericho also knows who Hook is, and this seems to tease a future alliance between the two. Okay, let's move on. Back at ringside, Mercedes Moné makes her way to commentary for our next match. Our first is Willow Nightingale, followed by Anna Jay and Chris Statlander. Rebounding the entrance is Sky Blue, and this match gets underway to see who becomes number one contender for the TBS Championship. So we get a TBS Championship number one contenders match: Anna Jay versus Willow Nightingale versus Sky Blue versus Chris Allen. This was a fatal four-way match. I did not know, but this was a fatal four-way match, and this fatal four-way match was pretty good for what it was. Not bad. We start things off with a bit of chaos leading to Anna Jay and Willow being the last two in the ring, with Willow overpowering Anna Jay in the corner, but Anna Jay managed to fight back. Sky Blue makes it back but a pinfall is attempt before Chris Statlander breaks it up. We focus on Anna Jay and Chris Statlander now, but Chris Statlander takes Anna Jay down with a shoulder tackle. Chris Statlander is distracted by Sky Blue at ringside, who takes a pounce from Willow Nightingale before Willow Nightingale turns her attention to Mercedes Monet at the commentary booth as we go to picture in picture. We back from picture in picture. The action spills to the outside with all four women going at it before Chris Stanley brings Sky Blue back into the ring for a near fall. Sky Blue fights back the former champion, but Willow Nightingale intercepts with a big spine buster before NAJ takes her down, only to get laid out with a discussed later as we come back from the break. Anna J, Chris Stanliner, and Sky Blue go at it before Chris Stanliner takes Sky Blue down for a near fall. The latter two end up fighting it out on the turnbuckle before a near fall gets broken up by Willow. Sky catches Nightingale by only gets a near fall, and Sky Blue takes her down for a cold blue for a pin, but Cristiano breaks that up. Things end up with a double pin that Anna Jay nearly gets, but Sky Blue and Cristiano are kicked out. Queen Slayer gets broken out before Willow Nightingale hits a big drop kick leading to a stare down between Christian Atlanta and Willow Nightingale. Sky Blue intervenes, taking advantage of some confusion between them for a big kick on the apron. Sky Blue looking for a move on the apron, but it costs her as Willow drops her with a Death Valley driver onto the apron. Back in the ring, Christiana gets caught by Anna Jay for a near fall before getting taken down by a kick from Anna Jay, who gets hit with the gut wrench powerbomb by Willow for the pin and the win. The winner of the match and your new number one contender to the TBS Championship, Willow Nightingale. This fatal four way match, this was not a bad match. This was pretty good fatal four way match. The celebration is short lived as Julia Hart blindsides Willow Nightingale with the TBS Championship to the back, only for Julia Hart to turn her attention to the CEO Mercedes Moné before regrouping on the outside with Sky Blue. Alright, backstage, Renee Paquette talks to Dustin Rhodes about his match the past few months before the Butcher cuts in to challenge Rhodes to a match at Rampage. We cut to a vintage with Man, Mankey, Wiz, and Timeless Tony Storm. The perfect combination in light of this change in attitude from the AEW Women's World Championship. The segment is considered around Ben refusing to repeat all of Tony Storm's catchphrases, but still a fun time filler before we go to commercial break. Video package. They look at Swerve Strickland ahead of his match against Konosuke Takeshita tonight on Dynamite, with the winner to set to be ranked number one. Back at ringside, the best friends make their way to the ring for our next match. Undisputed Kingdom come out next, and this match gets underway. AEW Tag Team Championship tournament quarterfinals. Best friends versus the Undisputed Kingdom, and this was a I'm also gonna say this was a decent tag team match, right? This was decent. Okay, Cassidy charged at Taven, sending him outside as Beretta goes after Mike Bennett in the ring. Bennett gets sent to the outside where Orange Cassidy comes dropping. Sorry about that. I got a phone call. Hello? Yeah, I'm alright. I'm doing the video. Alright, bye. Alright, now where was I? Hold on. Hold on. I think I found the chat. I found the chat. I found it. I found it. Yeah, I found it. I found it. I found it. Let me uh let me find it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It says right here, right here. There it is. So we get the AEW Tag Team Championship Tournament quarterfinals. The best friends versus the Undisputed Kingdom. This was a decent tag team match. Orange Cassidy charges at Taven, sending him outside as Beretta goes after Mike Bennett in the ring. Mike Bennett gets sent to the outside where Orange Cassidy comes dropping from the top turnbuckle. Mike Bennett brings back into the ring where Taven gets a tag to fight back before Taven catches him with a German suplex. Another suplex lands, but Taven backs him up into the corner where Bennett tags in. They double team Beretta until Cassidy tries to intervene, but the referee keeps him back as Bennett sneaks in a pile driver, sending Trent into the apron before we go to picture in picture. We're back from picture in picture. The Undisputed Kingdom stays in control throughout the break, keeping Beretta isolated as Taven and Bennett exchange tags to continue wearing Trent down. Beretta tries to get to a tag, but the the Undisputed Kingdom keeps him back as we return. Mike Bennett with a near fall on Trent, who fights off Taven before making the tag to Cassidy. The former international champion fires up with a fury of offense, catching Michael Bennett with a Stone Dog Millionaire, only to get rocked with a knee from Taven. Right, Proton packed by the Kingdom, but Cassidy managed to kick out. Trent catches Mike Bennett for a near fall from Orange Cassidy, and the best friends go off to build up momentum with a tag to Beretta before trying to give the people what they want. But Strong intervenes, Spike Piledriver gets stopped, and Beretta gets the pin in the win. The winner of the match advanced best friends. This was a decent tag team match, but still not bad. Very decent tag team match. The best friends looks to celebrate by trying to give the people what they wanted, and it won again. But the Young Bucks don't want any of that. Heading to the stage to stare their fellows semifinals down ahead of their match set for next week. Okay, let's move on. Backstage, Renee talks to Kyle O'Reilly about getting a big win in his return to AEW. Kyle O'Reilly addressed the deep roster in the company and continues to insist that he will go it alone to prove where he belongs. Commercial break, video package. Adam Copeland addressed taking the TNT Championship from Christian Cage in the TNT Champion Open Challenge set for Collision this Saturday. After a rundown of what to come this week in the card so far for Dynasty, we head back to ringside for our main event as Swerve Strickland makes his way to the ring, eager to overcome the Alpha to comment to cement his spot as number one contender for the AEW World Championship. Out next is Konosuke Takeshita, accompanied by Don Callis on his way down the ramp before this match gets underway. So we get an AEW World Championship number one contender match: Swerve Strickland versus Konosuke Takeshita. This was the match of the night. This match was really good. We get a handshake to start things off, but that handshake turns into a test of strength of shorts before Swerve Strickland escapes the grasp of the Alpha. The two lock up until Swerve gets to the ropes, follows up with a roll up for a near fall onto Keshka. Swerve goes for an armbar, but the Alpha gets to the ropes to force a break. Takeshita takes Strickland down to a wave of jeers, but he plays little mind to it as he goes back on the attack in the corner, only for Swerve to fight back. He continues to wear Takeshita down, setting him up for a neckbreaker. Only the middle rope for a near fall, but Takeshita fights back with a brainbuster for good measure. Takeshita doesn't give Swerve much room to recover before landing into him with forearms. The action moves to the ropes where Strickland fights back until Takeshita lays him out, sending Strickland to the outside as we go to picture in picture. We're back from picture in picture. Takeshita maintains control, sending Swerve back in the ring for even more damage as he drives Strickland in the corner. Konosuke goes to the middle rope for a leg drop, getting a near fall before clinching in a chinlock. Ref checks on Swerve, but Takeshita only adds the damage before going back to the hole as we come back. Strickland starts fighting back as we get an exchange of strikes from both men before. Takeshita sends Swerve to the ropes, only for Strickland to end up sending the Alpha to the outside. Instead, Takeshita back in the ring as Swerve hits a frog splash, but Konosuke managed to kick out at one. Takeshita rides Strickland with another big strike, setting for a discuss no. Swerve evades getting to the ropes, only for Takeshita to catch him and follows up with a drop kick. Swerve rolls out of the ring for a breather, but Konosuke Takeshita drops on him with a drive with a dive over the top rope. Takeshita brings him back in the ring, but Swerve fights him on the turnbuckle with a few right hands, eventually dropping the Alpha with a DDT from the top rope. Swerve goes up top for a sky twister and the cover, but still only gets a near fall. Big pressure gets con- countered as Konosuke hits a reverse Rana and a blue thunder bomb, but this time it's Strickland who managed to kick out. Takeshita rocks Swerve with some more strikes, but Strickland catches him with a right hand that sends him back only for the Alpha to hit a running knee. Swerve catches him by surprise, however, dropping him to the canvas for a near fall. Swerve is back up top, but the Takeshita rolls to the apron, only to take a Swerve stomp onto the apron by Strickland. Konosuke is back in the ring, countering a Swerve stomp. Repeat, a series of reversals leads to Takeshita hitting a wheelbarrow and power drive knee for the cover, but Swerve kicks out once again. Takeshita sends Swerve to the corner looking for an avalanche blue thunder bomb, but Swerve stops him, only to miss a Swerve stomp. Strickland evades a blue thunder bomb, sending the Alpha face first into the turnbuckle before landing a house call. Once more, Swerve stomps should do it as Strickland gets the cover, but Takeshita kicks out. Both men back on their feet, headbutts by Swerve, a big knee from Takeshita, but Swerve hits a stump. Big pressure gets Strickland the pin and the win. The winner by pinpoint, your new number one contender to the AEW World Championship, Swerve Strickland. This was the match of the night. This match was really good, and I hope Swerve Strickland can take the title off of Samoa Joe. We cut backstage where Renee Paquette talks to Samoa Joe, and the champ wearing that Swerve is not that man heading into their title match at AEW Dynasty back at ringside. Swerve continues to celebrate the win as the show comes to a close, and AEW Dynamite goes off the air. All right, now AEW Dynamite was a really good show. It was a very good show. But Samoa Joe was watching backstage after Swerve Strickland picks up the win. Samoa Joe was so pissed off. The look on Samoa Joe's face really says it all. But AEW Dynamite was a good show. It was a banger. It was a W. So I cannot wait for AEW Dynasty. But anyway, AEW Dynamite was a good show. If you guys enjoy my AEW Dynamite review and highlights, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content. Follow my social media down below in the description, and I will see you guys tomorrow when I go live for Fortnite tomorrow. This your boy B-Boy Snacks 9 TV. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang.